I'm Jo. My aunt is a resident here at Stretfield, and I'm thinking it's 18 or 19 years I've been coming. I live 4 or 5 hours away, so I don't get to visit very often. But the welcome when I get here, just amazing. I think some of the staff heard me when I arrived today. Penny shrieks and just hello, hello, and is all effusive, and just lovely big hugs. She's one of the oldest residents and one of the longest here, but her health is amazingly good. But the staff care so much, and every resident, there's somewhere 18, 20 I believe, depending on numbers, and every person is treated as a human, and they have choice for all their meals. For each meal is individually tailored to their dietary requirements. I've always been so impressed by how much care is shown, morning, noon and night, through the night. The staff are just exemplary, and I've said recently to people, I will check in here. If there's ever a need, I will check in here. I have 1001% trust for how my aunt is looked after. We are very, very fortunate. The building is exceptional. They're all allowed to choose their wallpaper and their decorations in their own rooms. It is a home. Any other needs, their medical needs are clearly met as well, but it's a beautiful home. Meals are cooked freshly every day. I'm always impressed by how well everybody's looked after. Their nails are done, their hair's done, they go for outings. Penny used to go away for 3 or 4 nights. Jane and Anne, a couple of members of staff, would go. I think they went to Bournemouth area, and I met them down there one time. In the last few years my aunt doesn't want to travel, so no, Penny wants to stay here, thank you. And stay she does, but she still gets outings. I've just been told just now that she went out to previous managers and went to their home for a coffee last week, and she beamed as she was telling me. Just so happy. And I came just after Easter when there were some ducks, I believe they were ducks, not goslings, that were hatched out. And so I think they were eggs that were being incubated and timed obviously very cleverly for Easter. And these ducklings were here. And then I was here just a little bit later in the day. Their tray was cleaned out, so they were put in a little paddling pool, and these were all splashing around, and the residents and staff were like, we all had such fun watching and looking after them. And then the ducklings were passed round, so they're all holding them. I got a picture of my aunt on video, so I've got those. And I think it was that day, I think I arrived and there were 2 lambs running around the sitting room with disposable nappies on. So 1 minute, and I think the birds of prey have come, animals, cats, dogs, staff bring their young children in. I just cannot be happier that this is a delightful place to be, and I'm very proud that to be part of it and come and see it, and delighted with management past and present. It's just wonderful to see how well everyone is looked after. There's one story I want to share with you of residents who arrive with specific difficulties. There may have been a medical issue, and some of those aspects of a particular lady I want to share a story about. I wouldn't know anything like that, but I was asked to go and talk to her in her room, and went up, and it was late in an evening, so the curtains were drawn, it was all very dark. This person, I think one would say there were psychological issues, more lack of trust, lack of confidence. Somebody who had no self-respect, no, I don't know if that is the right word, but no confidence in herself, hated the world, hated everything, literally stayed in her room because that was the only safe place she had, with lots of toys, many of them animal-related animals. I was quite, not scared, but challenged by walking in to talk to her, and I didn't quite know where to start. And this lady swore, she didn't like anybody, she didn't want anybody around her, but the staff were asking would I interact in some way. Well, I don't know, we're talking 4 or 5 years on. Gradually, the care the staff showed, in essence, it was kindness. And kindness is a very simple talent or personality trait to give, but actually it's so effective. And if you give kindness, I think all the staff here know who I'm referring to, and it's the return in bucket loads is the fact that this person now interacts, has a life, talks, shares, comes down and eats in the dining room, just is an interactive member of the home. It is fabulous to see. I mean, heartening. I saw her on Christmas Day and she came up to me and gave me a hug, and how nice it was to see me. I went, hang on, this lass is wanting to talk to me and remembers me and just knows that I'm not a threat. And I visit 3 or 4 times a year. But it's lovely that the trust was extended to me. I feel very heartened by that, and just I know the staff how hard they worked. I don't know say medically the background. I don't know other issues that are going on for this person, but it's great to see when she smiles, when she beams, when she tells me about her colouring and shows something. Just amazing to be part of. So this is definitely a very special home who has extra qualities, and the extra care is what gives rewards to make the atmosphere so happy for all the residents, and it's just glorious, just glorious.